IMSA is back at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, and the participants are now ready for another epic sports car race on the west coast of California. Heading into this weekend's event, there is a lot of information that needs to be known, and in this race preview, I will break down everything that you need to know ahead of the 2025 TireRack.com Monterey Sports Car Championship. This year, IMSA heads to Laguna Seca for the fourth round of the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, and the race is set to be a classic. And just recently, we finished another trip to the Long Beach Street Circuit, where once again, Porsche Motorsport secured a 1-2 finish in the GTP class in 2025, while AO Racing got the win in their one-off appearance in GTD with Rexy. Arguably the biggest question heading into round 4 is if Porsche Motorsport can achieve a fourth win in a row and continue their IMSA dominance. Porsche have secured every single overall victory so far in 2025, and here at Laguna Seca, there is a big chance they could win again. However, they will have some strong competition, and you can check out this video on their potential threats for stopping their dominance with the link in the description down below. Something I do want to point out is that this race will mark the first of 2 races in IMSA this season, which will clash with a World Endurance Championship venue, as the 6 Hours of Spa takes place during the same weekend, but thankfully the races will take place on different days. For the Monterey Sports Car Championship race, 3 categories will be present, which are GTP, GTD Pro, and GTD, with the LMP2 category being the only class not here. 36 cars are scheduled to line up on the grid at Laguna and take the green flag, with 11 in GTP, 10 in GTD Pro, and finally 15 in GTD. When it comes to the specifics of the entry list, we do see the return of the Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR LMH, which means that for the very first time, a Le Mans hypercar will be racing at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Another noticeable addition is the return of the 023 Ferrari 296 GT3, as Triarsi Competizione bring both of their Ferraris to this race, which wasn't expected considering the fact that the 023 Ferrari is mainly a Michelin Endurance Cup entry. Regardless though, it's great to see the 023 return to the IMSA grid, with the Ferrari being piloted by Onofrio Triarsi and Riccardo Agostini. After making his WeatherTech Series debut last time out at Long Beach, Robert Wickens is set to return to the IMSA grid here at Laguna Seca, as he is set to return in the number 36 DXDT Racing GTD entered Corvette alongside Alec Udell. Also, there is a driver change that I want to point out. Because of the 6 Hours of Spa race, full season racer in the number 31 Whelen Cadillac Earl Bamber will not be here, as he is set to drive the Hertz Team Jota Cadillac in the WEC. Therefore, Bamber's replacement will be Frederick Vesti, as the Danish driver is the Endurance Cup racer for Action Express, and he climbs aboard the number 31 Cadillac once again to pilot the car alongside Jack Aiken. Now, this Laguna Seca sports car race can trace its roots back to 1957, as it's been held for 27 years in a row, dating back to 1997. Overall, Porsche has the most wins at this venue, with a total of 10 achieved over the years. And in fact, Porsche is the defending winners of this race too, as the number 6 Porsche Motorsport 963 won this race overall in 2024, with Mathieu Jaminet and Nick Tandy driving the car. Meanwhile, it was AO Racing's Rexy Porsche that won in GTD Pro last year, and in fact, that was the first of many wins for Rexy in IMSA. And finally, the defending winners in GTD are Windward Racing, with the number 57 Mercedes picking up the win after the drama with a GTP car for the Turner Motorsport BMW M4 GT3, which unfortunately cost them the lead of this race and eventually the win in this class too. Officially named as WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, the circuit was opened on November 9th of 1957 after a replacement was needed for the Pebble Beach circuit. Located in between the cities of Salinas and Monterey in the US state of California, the track has a total of 11 turns, which make up the 2.2 mile or 3.6 kilometer raceway. And Laguna Seca is one of North America's most iconic tracks, mainly because of the famous corkscrew, which features a 59 feet or 18 meter elevation drop, which is the equivalent to a nearly 6-story tall building drop. Moving on to the balance of performance for IMSA's TireRack.com Monterey Sportscar Championship in 2025. In GTP on the power side, the BMW M Hybrid V8 is the most powerful car on the grid, while the Porsche 963 has been given the least amount of power. On the weight side of things, the Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR LMH is going to be the lightest car on the grid, while the Cadillac V Series R continues to be the heaviest. Meanwhile, when it comes to the weight for the GT cars, the Ford Mustang GT3 remains the lightest GT car on the grid, while the Porsche 911 GT3R is going to be the heaviest. Moving on to the championship standings heading out of round 3 at Long Beach and heading into round 4 at Laguna Seca. In GTP, the number 7 Porsche Penske Motorsport entry continues to lead with 1,140 points. The number 6 Porsche Penske Motorsport entry is in second, followed by the number 24 BMW M Hybrid V8 from RLL in third. Meanwhile, the number 31 Whelen Cadillac is in fourth, followed by the number 60 Meyer-Shank Racing Acura completing the top 5. Then comes the number 25 BMW RLL entry, the number 10 Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillac, the number 93 Meyer-Shank Racing Acura, the number 85 JDC Miller Motorsports Porsche, and finally, concluding the top 10 is the number 40 Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillac. For GTD Pro, there haven't been any changes in the championship order since the 12 Hours of Sebring, with the number 65 Ford Mustang from Multimatic Motorsports continuing to lead with 653 points, with the number 77 AO Racing Porsche in second, and the number 1 Paul Miller Racing BMW completes the top 3. The number 64 Ford Mustang from Multimatic Motorsports is in fourth, followed by the number 3 Corvette from Pratt Miller Motorsports completing the top 5. Then comes the number 81 Dragon Speed Ferrari in 6th, followed by the number 48 Paul Miller Racing BMW, the number 4 Corvette from Pratt Miller Motorsports, the number 20 Proton Competition Porsche, which by the way isn't here at Laguna Seca, and finally completing the top 10 is the number 14 Vassar Sullivan Lexus. Finally, the GTD standings depict the number 57 Windward Racing Mercedes at the top with 994 points. And a further 91 points behind is the number 12 Vassar Sullivan Lexus, with the number 27 Heart of Racing Aston Martin Vantage completing the top 3. Then comes the number 120 Wright Motorsports Porsche, followed by the number 96 Turner Motorsport BMW, the number 13 AWA Corvette, which won at Daytona earlier, the number 70 Inception Racing Ferrari then comes next, followed by the number 32 Korthoff Competition Mercedes in 8th, the number 34 Conquest Racing Ferrari in 9th, and finally, completing the top 10 is the number 78 Forte Racing Lamborghini Huracan. Now, besides the main WeatherTech Sports Car series, IMSA is also bringing a few of their support series to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca this time round. This includes 3 additional series, the Michelin Pilot Challenge, the Lamborghini Super Trofeo series, and finally the Mustang Challenge. When it comes to the scheduling and timing, the Laguna Seca race in IMSA will be taking place at 12 p.m. local time on Sunday, May 11th. And by the way, the track is located in the Pacific Daylight Time Zone. As for watching this race live, for viewers in the USA, you'll be able to catch the action live through the Peacock streaming service or the USA Network, and it will be an NBC broadcast. Meanwhile, international viewers can watch on either IMSA TV or IMSA's YouTube channel. And by the way, if you can't watch the action live, IMSA will post the replay for the race later on their YouTube channel. So that completes this race preview detailing all the information that you need to know about the 2025 edition of the TireRack.com Monterey Sports Car Championship at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Are you excited for this event, and who do you think is going to be winning this IMSA race overall and in the GT classes? Well, be sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comments below.